Hi, I'm Tlish, and you're watching Coffee and Clicks. Today we are joined by David Cologne, otherwise known as Mr. CliXso. Welcome, David. Um,
Hey guys, what's up, man? It's Mr. CliXso. I'm happy to be here, man. Cool.
so, so, um, so we were going to talk about. Basically, this show is basically we're going to talk about the new set coming out, Captain America and the Avengers. We're all hyped for that. Really psyched to for that set to come out. But we're also going to talk about some other stuff. First of all, for Dave, I know you have your own blog and your own channel on Facebook, and you want to talk about that at all a little bit, or
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's I've always liked the game of HeroClix since 2014 when I first started playing, and for me, I wanted to help out the community as much as I can. Everyone that's all around the states, I wanted to grow it to be a better community, better gaming system. So I developed this page. Well, it was funny because I talked to a bunch of my buddies, and back in the day, a lot of people actually know this. There was a possession named Eclipso that everybody was, hyped about. So I kind of threw it out there, and I'm like, well, if I had a name, I would definitely name it Mr. CliXso. So it was born Mr. CliXso, and ever since then, for me, I just grown the game. I did a lot of coverage. I did about a couple podcasts on my page. From then on, it just kind of grew. It just grew to its own thing. I actually got it to where I'm on Instagram now, so it's amazing. I met a lot of really cool people all around the world, all
uh,
across. I traveled around, so I enjoy it.
where is your venue based out of? What venue do you play at?
Majestics over in Santa Ana.
Okay, okay. And what kind of like formats and like different things that you what goes on at Majestics typically?
Oh man, a lot. So there's a lot of competitiveness for Majestics over in Santa Ana, and it's always good competitive, kind of making you grow to a better player. But also too is that we also have casual games as well. So there's three different formats we do. It's either going to be a 300 point modern, we have 500 point name theme team, or we do the 300 point bronze age.
Okay, and yeah, so I usually play 300 modern. I usually even in casual games I usually play 300 points just to keep them quick. But I do sometimes. I have been stretching my horizons a little bit and playing a little bit bigger games, longer games. 500 points theme sounds fun. That's always fun. I like playing theme teams. What is Bronze Age consist of? Like how does Bronze Age work for the?
Okay, so yeah, so it was formerly named Majestic's Age, but now it's Bronze Age. Bronze Age pretty much is everything from the Oreo base when it first came out, which is Superman, and then on from there. Because of how the format was back in the day to it being right now, there is a ban list on there, which we had the Felix Faust. We used to have the Ophidian entity, but not anymore. Then we had other ones like team bases, stuff that actually is still too much in the format, but it works in a sense. So that yeah, we do have a ban list. We do have a map list as well. So we don't have the Krakoa old school map right now. So it's all modern based maps. But the cool thing about the Bronze Age that he brought out is that he develops his own maps now. So he has his own custom maps just for Majestic's Bronze Age, and it's not just California. We are based out officially as far as this Saturday. We were over in Beaverton, Oregon. So it's pretty cool to see our format, push on from here.
Who makes the maps for Majestics? Is somebody who?
It's a I
Just
think it's a third party, someone that Pat works with. So I'm not too sure on
okay.
which person he works with.
Yeah. No, I like some of those maps. I've seen there's the ice one. I have that one, the ice one.
Hmm.
I bought it. It looks. I just wanted it for honestly for Christmas time. I want like winter themed maps, so I get like the snow maps and winter ice maps and stuff. So when I saw Ice Planet, I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna do that for like for like Clixmas and stuff like that. I'll have
There
an
you
ice
go.
map. But then also they have the Light Cycle Arena from Tron. I've seen that one. That looks really cool.
Yes,
So I've seen
that's
some of those maps.
the
And
flood map.
oh, the flood map. They have a flood map too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the so with Bronze Age, like what typically do you see as like the stronger pieces and stronger teams for Bronze Age? It seems like there's a big field of weapons you can use to create a team. So
Yeah.
what are your typical like high tier team, top tier teams?
So the team that I actually run, it's pretty much what you can see at the Majestic site. I did write an article about my team. It's called the Unihawk team. Use Unimind and Nighthawk.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone knows I run that 24/7 all day. It's basically Unimind, Nighthawk. Then you have I actually changed out from Carnage to Flora because Carnage was there. It was nice to have an 11 attack, 3 damage, and then you pop out a Pog. That's nice and all, but for me, it's 10 points. It's an easy target. No matter where I go, it's an easy target for them to hit that 10 points and then run back. And now I have to run and attack them to take out their points. So pretty much now, Flora, my team is the Pandora's box I use with 2 sins on it. I have the Ion onto Unimind so he doesn't get outwitted. He can roll out of perplexes if needed. Um, but pretty much Flora can actually heal every single time, and I actually have the flood map on my map choices because of Flora's ability to double heal on that. So that's one team that was on there. The other one, shout out to Shane. Shane actually has a really cool, innovative team. It's what we call the Turtle Power. It's all the Fast Forces turtles. 2 of the same Michelangelos, Leonardo's, Nighthawk, Groot, and then the Phoenix Force. So it is a close combat team. It's really hard to hit. You try to perplex yourself up, but the way he moves around is you can't get to Nighthawk, so you can't perplex yourself. So it's pretty much whatever you have, and then they're 19. Your base power.
Which Fast Forces
But
turtles? The ones that have the coins, the quarter
mhm,
tokens. So it's hard to kill.
yes,
It's like a don't die team. Yeah,
yep,
that's
pretty much.
cool.
So let's say that you don't. He doesn't want you to have those. At 25 points can actually come from any turtle. That's what it's being ruled. It's pretty crazy. Is that he can have turtles away, but as long as he's able to take out a coin, you only get 25 points. Even though they don't have a coin on them, they still have a coin to give away from one of their characters. So that's pretty cool to actually see. It's really, like you said, it's hard to kill. The other one I did see, huge shout out to Richard Medina. He actually won the Majestics Open Series over in Santa Ana this weekend. He used a Unimind variation, which is wow. I was just stunned by just the way it looked, and it was Unimind with the Ion, typical for that, and then you have the green battery. So now you have the green battery plus 1 stats except for damage. Um, he also has lockjaw and then a couple of IDs as well. So that's actually for me that's pretty cool. Seeing that was just stunned me. Then we have the constructs. Then you have like the Magnetos. Then you have the Danger Room X-Men that were pretty prominent from Robert Gallagher. Mojo. Dustin Cedars won a Majestics Open Series with Mojo.
Oh, I saw
So that
that
was
team. I
cool.
heard about that team with the
Gross.
tribbles, Mojo and tribbles.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what is so? I started playing after resources were like a thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that much about like Pandora's box or the green or the power batteries. Like what does Ion do for Unimind? Like what is the Pandora's box? Could you explain that or?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So the basis on Unimind in general is that he has to drop power cosmic to actually use his perplexes. So what he does, he drops power cosmic. Now he's outwittable. The only way to get around that is to now have his DC figure Ion. So Ion actually gives him or grants him quintessence. So now he is protected outwit.
Okay.
Um, if he chooses stealth, let's say he has Cersei on the sideline, he chooses stealth and he's in hindering terrain, he's protected pulse wave. Um, but the base is around Ion and the green Pandora's box right now. So Unimind is limited right now as far as 9, 11, 18, and 4 damage. He's limited on movements, on any free movement. So now with sidestep, if he actually gets a sin, he actually gets sidestep. And he gets the combat reflexes. So if you perplex yourself up to +4, you're +3 from range and +3 from close as well. That's what Pandora's Box actually gives you. It's pretty cool, and it has plasticity. So if you can't run and you don't ignore characters, you can't get away from them.
Okay, and so Pandora's Box is how many points to play? It's like 10
It
points
is
or
12 points.
12 points. Okay.
12 points to play. Six. I think it's 12 points to play. 6, 4 for the sins. Each of the sins on there. But the cool thing that the Pandora's Box that a lot of people don't know, you should know about, is the Pandora's Box. So on a 1 to 3, you get to choose. It has 2 powers on there. On each sin, gives. So if you assign a sin, you have that first slot to choose from. Mm-hmm. Then you have a second sin. So the reason why there's only 2 sins, usually a lot of competitive players only use 2 sins, is because on the second sin you assign, on a 1 to 3 on a dice roll at the very beginning of the turn, on a 1 to 3 you get running shot. On a 4 to 6 you get prop, which is huge because you want a 4 to 6, you really do, because now Unimind and Nighthawk for my team gets prop.
Oh wow!
And okay, I get to choose running shot. So now
then you don't have to choose. Yeah, you don't have to choose prob with Unimind anymore. Now you can choose something else. Yeah, that's really good.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So on Ion, Ion gives you 2 powers. Usually a lot of entities only give you 1 power and then +1 whatever combat value that's lower than the entity. But the cool thing about Ion is you get to choose 2 powers. And on Ion, you get Invincible. You get the Quintessence, the power ability, which is the protected outwit, and then the roll out of perplexes. Also, you get phasing, which is huge because now you get to choose phasing. If you already have prob, you can use the Quintessence and then phase out of the way, and then still choose a defense power from Unimind. So that's pretty cool.
What comic book is that based on the Pandora's Box? Is that Shazam? Is that the 7 Deadly Sins? Yeah, that's Shazam. Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like from the movie, all the statues that they got. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So always Unimind chooses Lust. That's gonna give him plasticity, sidestep, and combat reflexes. You always give Wrath to Nighthawk because he has sidestep, combat reflexes, and if he's right next to a character, you can't use shape change.
Okay.
So yeah, if you ever run a Lydia team, Lydia Mallard team from that whole thing, and you get to remove a relic, you always take out the Lust relic because you want that plasticity out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other teams now, like you have Mojo, you have the Construct teams, which is like the Danger Room, Magnetos, Sabretooth, all that. That's pretty crazy. Robert Gallagher ran through my team with that. It's just a crazy team. That team basically relies on either you're gonna take 3 damage because of Gamma Bomb, that special object. Every single turn it actually counts down. So either you're gonna go out and try to disarm it and have your character out there by itself, or you're gonna go out there and try to take out his team. But always remember, with that Danger Room team, they only take 1 damage. So that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then also Tony Rodriguez, he ran a WWE team and won.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
He ran a Finn Balor and
100% WWE or mix. Okay.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was Tri-Sentinel, Alex Wilder, Finn Balor, and Undertaker.
Okay, that's good.
I played too safe on my, because I was in the finals with him, and I just played too safe, and I just stayed behind, and I let him set up, and didn't realize he was setting up to a certain point. I had 1 shot to take out his Finn Balor, and I messed up. And from then on, it was just a back and forth. You can't actually have any ranged team against his team. because now you risk Alex Wilder rolling out for shape change,
Yeah,
and
you at
then
least
and
need
then
like
you
one close combat piece. You need like at least like a mix of close and range. You can't just have all range. Yeah.
correct, yes, and I messed up on that because all my call-ins were range, and I had one opportunity to put in the Hulk from the shield with the hammer
Hmm.
because he's actually different. Plasticity does not hinder him because he ignores characters. So if you have an ignore character, then you don't have to worry about plasticity.
I
So
remember
a
that
Hulk
Hulk.
would be amazing.
I like that Hulk. Yeah.
So yeah, that would have killed his Finn Balor, and then potentially had me win the game, but I just messed up on that one. But I like always, it's gonna take that one mistake, and then dang.
So let me ask you. So you advertise yourself as like I to me also I consider myself um I guess like competitive slash casual, right?
Hmm.
So what do you think about like casual games? Like do you like when you're playing with your friends at home or something? Do you play that super rare or that chase, or do you think that's like not a good thing to do? Like what do you think? Like what's your approach?
I mix it up at times. I
Yeah.
mix it up at times because Jonathan that plays with me over in Artesia,
Hmm.
he actually likes me to play a little bit more, competitive slash casual teams. But at times I do pick up that common, that uncommon. I do Batman. I love the Batman theme teams. I love the Justice League, Justice Society theme teams. But occasionally, yes, yeah, occasionally I just have that mentality in my head that I have to have a super rare chase.
Well, yeah, me too. I mean, like I don't know, like it's like when you get like a new piece or something, you got to play it. You just want to play it. Even if it's not like a meta piece, you still want to play all your pieces. So, what I usually
Yeah.
do is like I take a look at the other team. I'm like, okay, so what is your team? And like maybe I'll make a team that's about equal.
Hmm.
Like I don't want to make something that's way lopsided. So I want to
Yeah.
try to equal out the teams before playing, but you know. So
Yeah, it's hard. Even in theme teams. I mean, I've talked to Pat a million times, and we always make a joke out of it, but it's true. I mean, it's for me, it's so hard for me to make a team. I'm not a really a huge team builder. Um, so I mean, I've seen a lot of games where I went to for competitiveness and or casual games, and man, some of those teams that they have over in Majestics and over their games, they have like the swarms of the 5 point or 15 point or 25 point Sentinels.
oh
So
yeah,
the new set that's out there is pretty cool.
yeah. No, I like the X-Men set. I that's what I do. I've been doing it at home. Actually, I have my own Sentinel team that I've been just playing against the X-Men. X-Men versus Sentinels. Just recreating that whole scenario.
Hmm.
Sentinels are fun. It's fun. I think it's more fun. It's less fun to just play a bunch of Sentinels. It's more fun to actually generate them on the board. Like
Yeah.
I like using what's his name, Senator Kelly and all those that
Yes.
generate the Sentinels, and
Yep.
you roll the leadership like yes I got a Sentinel, so I think it's fun. Nimrod is fun. I use Nimrod. He's well. Um,
Ooh, Nimrod's
yeah,
good.
Nimrod's good. He's like every time he gets attacked, you just got to roll off.
Yep.
It's fun. Um,
That's when you want a Mystics team because yeah.
but I actually want to talk about the new set coming out. Because X Men. We had X Men, so now we're going back to the Avengers again.
Yeah.
They Captain America and the Avengers. What's your opinion on this set? How do you think it's going to affect the meta? Um, um, you know, uh,
Uh,
any standout pieces for you in the set?
the main thing for me is going to be a lot of. I do like the captain. I do like the Thor chase that they did preview. Not with the Scott Porter video, but the preview. The Thor chase looks amazing. Because he gets to attack twice. One being a regular power, and then the other one being an energy explosion, which takes out a lot of brute
I
teams,
could actually
a
bring it
lot of
up.
colossal teams.
I got to bring it up. Let me just show everybody what the piece looks like. So Thor, we'll go look at the Thor because I have the dial and evidence thread.
Oh, nice.
So we take a look at Thor all the way down at the bottom. Super rares. This is just what's been previewed already. So this is not the whole set. Thor Odinson. Oh yeah, so he comes in at, he's got 7 range. 7 range with 1 target, 125 points, 75 points, or 50 points. I like him at 75.
He's for 125 in our format. That's pretty crazy because you get to use anything else, like any resource on top of that. So that's pretty cool to see. Yeah, I pulled it up on mine too, just so I can see it too.
Yeah. So he's got. So at 125 or 75, he's got that 10 movement running shot. So his trait is Bring to Lightning. He's got Protected Energy Explosion. Okay. Starts the game with a lightning marker. So when Thor hits with an attack, now it doesn't say range attack. It says when he hits with an attack. So even if it's a close attack, when he hits with an attack, not using energy explosion, you may place the lightning marker in the square of a hit character. If you do, after resolutions, make a range attack using energy explosion at no cost, targeting that character, regardless of range or line of fire. So I think that means even if you're adjacent to him, right? Like if you're 50-point Thor, you run up and charge him for 4 damage. Then you place the lightning marker under him, and then you hit him with energy explosion. That's pretty insane. Yeah, that's good. And then at the beginning of your turn, reattach it to Thor, the lightning marker. And when he has the lightning marker attack, he has energy, shield, deflection, and poison. so he's got traded poison. That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's really good.
One thing and
he's got a stop click.
Piece, yes, is now with our format with that Bronze Age, you got to have the bat signal. The bat signal pretty much allows him to go out there, do whatever he needs to do, and then power action to bring him right back, and then you energy explode him within that square that you hit the target in, and they can't prob it out of it.
Why not? Why can't they prob out of it?
Because when he hits he puts a marker down, and then it's a free It's a free to hit from that square. I'm trying to bring it up on mine.
Energy explosion at no cost, range attack, regardless of range or line of fire. Okay. Oh yes.
Yeah. So that one, you bring them all the way back to the bat signal.
Yeah.
And then now, because of that range, because you're all the way back to your starting area.
Oh, then they'll be out of
over there.
They'll be out of range for prob. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's he's really good. I think he's good at any point value, to be honest with you, even at 50. Because 50 points for all that much value for 50 points, and I don't think he's unique either. So.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. Medusa all over again.
He's got Ruler. He's got Warrior. He's got Avengers, Asgardian. Yeah, they got the Ruler keyword. That's cool.
The figure I liked, the sculpt was Modok. Modok was pretty cool to see.
That was a cool sculpt.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think about the Hulk, Immortal Hulk?
Oh man. Now that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw online, people were talking about it. I mean, he's going to be a call-in battery, which is true, But he's gonna be. I mean, that's good. I mean, you can't kill him, so
Yeah.
It takes like 9 shots to kill him or something.
It does.
Yeah, because
you hit, go back, hit, go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulk's gonna be good. For those of you who haven't, I'll just show some other pieces. I guess. Let me see.
Anyone who wants to play the Bronze Age, be very careful, because if they're running this Immortal Hulk, all they have to do is run a Peace Machine, and he only takes 3 damage per attack. So you go from 9.
Well, technically, he's got Invincible with Protected Outwit, so I don't know how you get around that either. So.
Yeah, so if you hit him, let's say for 6 damage, you can't outwit him, So you hit him for 6 damage. He takes out 2. It's 4 damage. Now because of Peace Machine, it's 3 maximum. So yeah, good luck.
Yeah, he can't be chosen for Mastermind. Okay, thank God. And then when Immortal Hulk would be KO'd the first 2 times in the game, instead turn him to click number 1, and he stores 25 points for the opponent. Now, at the first glance, you think, okay, so I just won't hit him. I'll just avoid him the whole time because his stats are 6. His opening stats are 6 movement with Earthbound neutralized, 8 attack, 15 defense, 1 damage with Outwit. So basically, he's like a 100-point Outwitter, but he's 100 points, so he can call in somebody for 100 points. And then he can call in Green Arrow, call in Storm, he can call anybody. So and he also has that thing where when a friendly character within line of fire is damaged by an opposing attack, put a Vengeance token on this card. Remove 2 Vengeance tokens to use charge at no cost. So technically, you could, just wait until you get those 2 Vengeance tokens and then charge for 3 with no target. So you can just charge him in for 3 and then call in something. Or, yeah, because it's charged at no cost. So, yeah, you could charge him for 3, call in something. You could put, like, I wonder if you equipped him with, like, the Cosmic Cube or something like that. Have him just bounce him around for 3.
Yeah.
And then just that way, because, that way he becomes better as a... Well, you don't even need that, though. All you need to have is somebody with TK on your team. Voyager, Yeah. You just have Voyager.
Oh, Voyager's good, yes. Yes, because she don't need line of fire.
She doesn't need a line of fire. She could just move Hulk around and call in stuff.
Yeah. And what's cool about this, about the way that's worded, because when a friendly character within line of fire is damaged by an opposing attack, so now let's say someone actually forgets that and they actually charge Flurry. Now it's like, okay, my turn, go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. That one's gonna be pretty nice to see. I can see him being a call in battery, definitely.
Here's Blade. I'm looking at Blade right now. What do you think about Blade? I mean, I'm scared of Blade because I run a Black Adam team. That's I've been running Black Adam for a while, and like Mystical, and not happy about Blade.
Yeah,
he's good though. I'm definitely I mean, it's a fair piece, because there's a lot of Mystical and monster themed teams out there that they need a counter for it, so that's your counter for it. He's gonna definitely
be a big counter because it's not like like Vulture. A Vulture where he can charge every single time, and as long as he KOs and he gets double charge on top of that or flurry.
Right.
But this is crazy because now if you have, like you said, a monster team, and then you have your whales or you have other Wendigos. You have Wendigos. So now when he actually what 5 movement, 3 damage. He kills the Wendigo. Now he gets to use charge at no cost again, and he gets to repeat that over and over and over again, and it takes no Mystic's ability.
Not to mention he ignores defense powers.
Yep.
So he could take out Black Adam in one shot if he
he gets to roll for blades if he needs to. But my thing is, if you have, let's say, a Red Leader Prime and in the back of him, you triple perplex up his damage to a 6, and then just go.
Yeah.
And then have someone to where an astronomer has prop.
I was actually thinking about Red Leader because he's still 300 modern, and I think, and doesn't he have the Thunderbolts keyword?
He does.
He does, and they. So we might see a little bit more of him. Yeah, I think.
That's going to be pretty crazy. Yeah. This is going to be pretty cool. The other one I want to talk about too was the Ironheart. We get a brand new Ironheart from this set.
Yes, that's a good Ironheart. I like that one.
Yes, I do.
Let me look at her.
That's going to be pretty cool because now she gets to use prop twice. So now you get the newer version of Ironheart from the retired set. Now you get the new one, and this one gets to use prob twice, or outwit twice, or perplex twice.
Yeah, and she's pretty strong for 85 points. She has
Mm-hmm.
so it's 11 movement, running shot, 11 attack with Pensai,
Mm-hmm.
um 3 damage prob, 18 defense with impervious.
Mm-hmm.
Um and she can use that. I like that glue cannon power. Glue cannon magnet blast. I'll name it
Yes.
later. After resolutions, if she hits, she can use barrier at no cost. But the first marker must be generated adjacent to a hit character, and the markers may be placed on hindering terrain. So if she hits a non-flyer, she can just surround them with barrier,
Yep. Pretty
and then
much.
and then they can't move.
That's and then you run up. This is where Ironheart becomes crazy, because when she does that, then you run up with Proteus, with the orange Proteus, and now with orange Proteus, let's say you fly and you bury around, and that's gonna be your main attacker. You perplex up Proteus's defense, and you run up with Proteus, and because she's within 3 of Proteus, she can't fly over the barrier. Now she's stuck. And then next turn you hit again, barrier, and then you have Proteus there. Can't do it.
um,
That's crazy.
yeah. You know who I also like? Because because I'm leaning towards mystical. I've been playing mystical. Dario Agger.
Mm-hmm.
Dario Agger. Have you seen what he does? Or
I didn't.
look at
Um,
Dario
where's he?
Agger. So he turns into the Minotaur. He turns into the Minotaur. What is he? A rare? What is he? I don't even know what he is.
The Minotaur's gonna be a rare, so he might be an uncommon.
Well, the reason why I liked him, even if is he uncommon? Really?
Yeah, Dario Egger is like uncommon, yeah, but still pretty good. Mystic
I think
too,
he's
though.
good. So
Really.
he's got so his thing is he opposing characters within 5 squares of him can't use team abilities.
Ooh.
So, I carry him up with Black Adam. Carry him up.
Mm-hmm.
He's got prob and outwit.
He does.
Against the cosmic team, all those elders of the universe and stuff. Now they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't have power cosmic, and I can call in like Iceman and outwit. Outwit somebody, or call in Jean Grey and outwit somebody, and then just take them out.
There's a lot of rollouts. Or roll. He has protected pulse sway, which is pretty crazy. He has power. Um, the one thing I do like about him, and I'm glad you mentioned him because he actually is pretty cool. He has Mastermind. That's actually really, really big. The other one too is now you have a 50-point TKer. That's for one, and then you have a 50-point outwit prob. He does have shape change, and then he has that 5 square ability.
Well, he only
He has
has shape change. He only has shape change if you pay 25 points,
Okay.
which
So
is
75 points. So
yeah,
that's actually still pretty good, because now you get to roll out of it, and if he doesn't roll into it, you still have to roll twice because of prob. If you do, then you're gonna take mystics, and then he turns into the Minotaur. So
yeah,
pretty much whatever you did as far as calling someone in or using that attack to kill them, can't. Now
right,
he turns into something else.
yeah. And then also the Minotaur is sick too, because if you look at the Minotaur, have you seen the preview for the Minotaur?
I've seen him here and there, but
So the Minotaur is 50 points. Even by himself, he's pretty good. He's 50 points, 9 movement with 10 attack, which doesn't sound that great, right? But he's got 9 movement. Moves through blocking, destroys blocking, and moves through hindering. First of all, opposing players can't use location effects, but may use that consolation bonus instead. That's his trait into the labyrinth, which I thought was really interesting that they did something with location effects on a piece's card. But then also, what I really like is he charge when Minotaur uses it. Modify his attack and damage plus X, where X is the pieces of blocking terrain he moved through and destroyed this action. So
that's crazy.
that's a
Wait a minute.
potential
So he's
13
50
attack.
points?
Yeah, 50 points for a potential 13 attack, 6 damage with Battle Fury.
So what does Dario says if he would be KO'd, instead replace him. So you're spending 75 points to KO this guy. He turns into the Minotaur. You KO the Minotaur, you only get 50 points from the team. That's pretty crazy. So you're actually paying 75 points, but your opponent only gets 50 points from that 75.
Is that how that works? Is that how that works with replacement? Because I was wondering, I was playing the Jean Grey, the new Jean Grey Chase, and I in the middle of the game I replaced it with the Dark Phoenix, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was wondering, like, then they KO'd my Dark Phoenix. I'm like, how many points do you get? Do you get the points for Jean Grey and Dark Phoenix, or you just get the points for Dark Phoenix?
Like, the way I'm reading it here, I mean, I'm hoping someone actually can work this for me better. But if I'm wording it wrong, let me know, you guys. But the way I see it here is that because it says instead replace him, he gets replaced into the other character, so 50 points from there.
Okay.
That's the way I'm reading it too, because I know that they had that same ruling with the Shredder, where the Shredder turned into the Shark Shredder.
Okay, so when the Shredder turned into the Shark Shredder, you scored the Shark Shredder.
Right? Shark Shredder.
Okay.
But
how does it work with Unimind? How does it work with Unimind?
Yeah.
You don't score
they could word it this way, where you're paying 75 points and you're replacing them with 50. So they could word it in a sense where you get the highest point on there, which is 75 points. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's like if you're replacing it, that means that you're replacing it the point value. So it's 50 points. Unimind is actually different because he actually pops out. Once he pops out and you kill something over 130 or 300 points, it's pretty much over. But let's say you don't kill anything, you get nothing for Unimind. So know, if you pop Unimind, you get nothing.
No, trust me, I know. I've had that experience many times against Unimind.
I've had 2 games. 2 out of my bigger games. Actually, at the very end, they say last round, and when they did, they popped Unimind, and it was my turn, and I was the second person, and I had all my characters out on my own. Okay, well, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen it before, but yeah, just the way it's worded, yes, I think you still get that 50 points from that one. But going back to the Minotaur, yeah, so that's pretty crazy. So my thing is too is that so with Charge itself, he gets to knock you back too. So if you hit like let's say 5 or 6 and you break 5 or 6 barriers, 5 barriers, then he gets to knock you back 5 squares.
Oh yeah, because he's got what Quake? He's got Quake, right? Or
mm-hmm.
And also
he has super strength.
Oh, he has super strength. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you play on like, let's say you're playing on, what's that blocking map? Hedge Maze. Playing on Hedge Maze, forget about it. Like.
Yep. Done.
So.
The other one too now is Hawkeye. We have a new Clinton Barton.
That's my favorite. Probably my favorite character is Hawkeye. I love the series by Matt Fraction. Have you ever read the Matt Fraction Hawkeye series?
I don't. Yeah.
So I mean, it's a great series. I mean, that's what the Chase Hawkeye from Avengers Defenders War. That was kind of OP, but like I love that piece. Just because I think they definitely. I mean, I know Hawkeye's a lot of times is overpowered in the game, but But I like that because I like Hawkeye. So
Yep.
So like when he's here,
reliable in here.
He's definitely been reliable. That Chase Hawkeye was great, but now I was looking at these Hawkeyes. I like them. I mean, let's look at it. There's the fast
for 75 points.
75 points. I kind of wish he had IT hindering.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stealth in this set, like a lot of stealth. So like I don't think he's going to be that good against in sealed really. No, he'll be good. He'll still be good. But he'll still be good, but there's just there's going to be a lot of stealth in sealed. There's going to be a lot of I don't know what the strategy is going to be like in sealed with all this espionage traits going on. Here's Hawkeye. So yeah, but he's still really good. And you know what? I was thinking of I was already planning my Shield theme team with Hawkeye,
Yeah.
and like you can play that Phil Coulson from the Marvel Gravity feed,
Yes.
Captain Marvel Gravity feed. You can play
Mm-hmm.
that Phil Coulson. He's got Avengers Initiative team ability, which is it's basically like the Superman team ability. It means you move through and target through hindering. So
Mm-hmm.
and then Hawkeye can copy that team ability, and then he has improved targeted hindering. So if you use Phil Coulson to carry everybody, you got Hawkeye. Maybe I would put Winter Soldier from the Fast Forces because I really like that
Ooh.
piece. Um,
Yep.
maybe and then like fill up with like Perplexes. Like I would actually use a Winter Soldier at 50 points from Fast Forces because he's got Perplex. And then I'd use Sharon Carter from this set, which also has Perplex.
Yep.
Um,
Your villains would be like the Shields or your Avengers.
yeah.
The one thing I do like about him because he has team player and he gets a copy team ability. Now you get to build around a shield team. So rather than
Yes.
his seven range can now turn into 10.
Oh right. Yeah, because the shield you can also with the shield team ability is what's the shield team ability? It's +2
You get
range,
+1 range.
+1
Yep.
range. Okay.
Yeah, +1 range for everyone that's adjacent. So you basically swarm around everyone else, and then you do your attack. So that's pretty cool. And he has sidestep too, so he can sidestep around.
Yeah, he can go 7 squares and running shot because
Yeah,
he can sidestep 2 and then running shot 5.
but I
Yeah.
can see where you're talking about. I mean, he should have a improved ability to where he ignores characters and he ignores hindering terrain. That would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think they could still make that a rare and have that, and it would still be a rare worthy. I don't think it would need to be a super rare. I think. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't think it's overpowered to give him the improved targeted hindering. But I think they made him pretty well. I like this. I like the character. Um, he's got the Avengers assembled trait, which is going to be really good.
yeah.
And yeah, I like that they named the trait Hawk Guy. That's from the comic.
Mm.
Hawk Guy.
And
So.
he has stealth. That's crazy.
Oh
That's pretty
yes,
cool
I
too
didn't
because he
notice he had
sidesteps.
stealth. I didn't notice he had stealth. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So he gets a running shot. Once he's done, he can sidestep into stealth.
Okay.
That's cool.
And if you look at the fast forces too, we just look at the fast forces for a second. Have you looked at the fast forces?
Not currently right now, but let's see. I don't think they put up the fast forces yet on the dials.
Yeah, they put it
Oh,
up on the dials. Yeah.
there it is. Yeah.
So my favorite standout pieces from the fast forces are Winter Soldier and Captain America. Um, Winter Soldier's really good at both point values, 75 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
He has running shot, sidestep, and stealth. He also has
Sweet.
range combat expert, so you can sidestep ranged RCE. He has
Yep.
precision strike. And the cool thing is his reposition after the shot trait, which says when Winter Soldier makes a range attack after resolutions, move him up to 3 squares. So
Yep.
theoretically, at a 75 point value, you could running shot him 4 squares,
Yes.
make an attack, then move him 3 squares back, and then sidestep him back to where he started.
Pretty much. So it's basically like a full range hypersonic.
Yeah, it's like a full range hypersonic.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And then you get to roll for the assembled Avengers, and you get to take out an action token from him.
and he's good at 50 points too because he's got perplex. So like if you
Mm-hmm.
want, and he's got the shield keyword. I think shield is just a fun keyword to build. He's obviously Avengers is really good. Obviously, um,
But
invaders
I do.
invaders is cool.
Yes. I do have to go with Scott Porter on this one, big time, and have a shout out to that Captain America and that Fast Forces.
Yeah,
It's true.
let's take a look at it. It's really good. This Captain America. Yeah.
Captain America needs to have, and Whiskers, please listen to this. Captain America needs to have traded leadership. That way you can fill up that slot for the for the damage ability, whether it's outwit, sidestep, or outwit, shape change. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, or
Something else.
even something like CCE, his whole dial, like close combat expert,
Yes.
because
Hmm.
he should have some kind of like close combat expert or something like that. I feel like.
A traded leadership would be amazing. It would be amazing. But we do have him now in 75 points for fast forces. I'll get you're the host. I'll let you go ahead and read off his
Well, no, go ahead. So basically, yeah. So he's got the living legend trait. For those of you who don't know what the living legend trait is, I'm sure. I know Scott Porter previewed a lot of pieces that had this trait. There's a lot of pieces in this set that have this trait, living legend, which is this like don't die trait. The first time each game Captain America would be KO'd, instead turn him to his last non-KO click, then roll a d6 and heal him equal to half the result. Protected pulse wave. So he's basically got, average of like 9 clicks. Like he's instead of like, but it's almost like a pseudo stop click.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. So it's hard. It's gonna be hard to kill this guy, but also he's got the attack power follow up. So you could running shot with him for with an 11 attack, and then he's got the follow up. When he hits with a range attack after resolutions, you may place Captain America adjacent to the hit character and then make a close attack. So,
yeah.
you just, I mean, it's not penetrating damage or anything like that, but still you're dealing a lot of damage because you can pump him up, you can perplex him up, modify all his stats to get him really big, shoot, hit, close attack, hit. Just deal as much damage as you can, and you don't really have to worry about basing the other character because he's going to be hard to kill. So,
Yep, it's true.
he's going to be he's going to be a nuisance. That's a good starter. I mean, and he's a fast forces piece, which means he's pauper legal, and he's got the Avengers keyword.
Oh,
so just making Avengers and pauper better.
Yep. Yep. Shout out to Medusa.
Yep, Medusa.
Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's lots of options for Pauper with the Avengers. The Avengers is going to get really strong, and I think Avengers is going to be strong in 300 Modern too. I think
We honestly needed a Captain America set like this. How we are looking at it about like as far as how it is now, we haven't seen Ultra Chase yet.
I think it's going to be Ultron. I think it's going to be Ultron. What do you think?
I hope so.
Or Red Skull.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'd like to see Red Skull, but we already had a Chase Red Skull in what was the set? ABPI?
Yeah. Avengers, Black Panther. Yep, definitely. We need a Ultron Prime would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But going back, we have the Hawkeye. So this is the Hawkeye I do like in the Fast Forces because he has running shot, 12 attack, 17. I mean, it's not really potent on his defense, but his attack is pretty cool. Like once per turn, he's 75 or 50 points. He has 7 range, double bolts.
Mm-hmm.
He is once per turn. He has that assembled Avengers ability, but this one actually hits through or ignores hindering terrain. This one, once per turn, when Hawkeye misses with the range attack, targeting a character, a single opposing character, after resolutions, he may make a range attack against the same target, modifying attack by +1. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I miss you. Cool. Let me do it again. Let me give you. Let me try this again.
And I actually like that attack ability better on his 50-point dial because 12 attack you're probably going to hit, but like if you have a 10 attack, now you get to re-roll it and you have an 11 attack. So that's really good,
And you waste their prob. Let's say like you hit from a 10. Going back to it, like your 3-point. So if you roll and you hit a 10, you're like got it, and they use prob. You're like, oh man, okay, let me try to re-roll it. And then you roll. Say you have a prob on your side, or you don't have a prob, but they use their prob. Now you just wasted their prob. Now you have an additional attack. You get to go after them again if you miss that attack. So it's pretty much you roll 3 times on a single character. That's outstanding.
No, it's really good. I really like this one. I wish you had shield keyword, but can't ask for everything.
Right?
You can't expect everything. I mean, like, but he's really good. I like him. This Fast Forces is a very strong Fast Forces. Um,
Yep. A lot of just a lot of variety, a lot of variety. And what was funny watching the going back to Scott Porter's video, what was kind of funny was he got to witness what all of us HeroClix players got to experience at times when you pull a chase and you look at it and it's fully damaged.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man, the look on his face, he's like, "Oh man, how am I gonna put this back together?" That's exactly almost every single HeroClix player when they actually get their cases.
Speaking of shield keyword, that Robbie Reyes has shield keyword too. So the
Really?
yes, he has shield. At least that's what it says on HC Realms. I don't know.
Oh, he does. He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Oh man. No, thank you.
no, there's so many taxi options for Avengers now too. There's because Robbie can carry and ram for free. Well, not for
Yep.
free, but he can ram without consequence. You've got Voyager, you've got Namor, you've got even Happy Hogan. In
Oh yeah.
this set, he can carry two. You've got Phil Coulson.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of different options for carrying people around with Avengers, and they're all good. They're all good pieces.
Yeah, and Namor looks good for I mean, he doesn't have it on his keyword, but I mean, Wales.
Oh, this
Tyler Speed's
Namor,
Wales.
the Namor from this set, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he's for Wales and also Atlanta's theme team with Dolphins with the Dolphin from Rebirth.
Oh man.
But I've been looking for
Oh.
a new water is the I mean you guys I guess you can play it on the flood map, right? The map. Which one is that? Flashpoint Flood?
Yeah. Flashpoint Flood or Flash. Yeah.
But is
Something
that
like that. Yeah.
is that still? I don't think it's still modern legal though in 300 modern.
It
I
is.
don't know. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. It is 300 modern. Don't know how Rock's going to be using it, but Majestics is 100% legal. The modern set should be legal for that one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because that you run that map with a bunch of dolphins and like a couple of whales and Namor.
And you have Tempest. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with the whales. Especially going back into like Namor and Giganto. That's crazy. Just to see those two, and then you have Namor here, and again he's not unique. So
Hey, he's not unique, so you could run two Namors if you run an Avengers team.
plus
Give
two
give
attack.
everybody +2 attack. Yeah.
Yep. That's yeah. Oh man. And you get to what's cool is friendly characters with a dolphin get to share a keyword. So even with monster abilities, let's say the Giganto Namor or Giganto didn't have Atlantis. Now because he's a dolphin, you get to make him that. Same thing with Black Mantis. From the was it Captain Marvel set? He has dolphins, so he gets to have Atlantis. If anything, I don't think he has Atlantis. If he doesn't, you get to share a keyword with him.
Right.
That's ridiculous, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's good. He's got 10, 12, 17 and 4, 10 charge, 12 super strength, 17 invincible, which is awesome, and then 4 with leadership. That's wow. And he has defenders team ability. So that's actually cool to see with the defenders now, because you have Doctor Strange out there with defenders, keywords.
That Chase Doctor Strange looks good. He can just face everybody through blocking. You just fly him up, and next to somebody, and then they get facing, and then they get +2 speed. That's insane.
Yep.
I'll charge for
He's,
charge
like
seven move charge through blocking with my like pepper pots or something.
Oh man. I know. I've seen a lot of memes out there where it was kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, look what I got in my 2 boosters for the Shield. I got an Immortal Hulk and I got a Thor.
Yeah.
Do I win?" And then one guy was like, "I'm out." Oh man. But these chases are pretty cool. I like these chases. The Avengers chases look pretty fun, pretty cool to see. Again, like you said, the ram ability, you have that. You get a lot of varieties in this new set. So I applaud WizKids for that.
Yeah. Um, so what do you? How do you think this set is going to play out in sealed?
In sealed, it's going to be a lot of shield team ability, a lot of shield teams. You're going to see a lot of generics. I do like the fact that the way the set actually is, it's going to bring out a lot more of the casual players. It's going to bring out the competitive people who are going to be playing are going to be more casual because of the new set that's out there. You have Thunderbolts, people are excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Shield, people are really excited about. Then you have Defenders and Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start bringing out aim. A lot of people like the aim
Right. Right.
keyword. So
I'm actually
it's
surprised
going
there's
to be,
not as much Hydra as I expected.
yeah.
I'm sure there will be
Well,
plenty of Hydra though.
yeah. Well, it's because with the old set, the other set that we did have, we had a lot of Hydra players. So, or a lot of Hydra figures. That was the Earth X. So
Right.
we got a
Okay.
lot of Hydra from Earth X. So I kind of see how WizKids actually is gonna do it. Because they did have a lot of Hydras on one team. So now they want more Avengers. So they have the event, even though they have Avengers, Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
This one's Captain America based, so it's actually pretty cool to see another Shield. You get Peggy Carter, you get a new Peggy Carter, you get the Shield generics. So it's gonna be for me, it's gonna be fun. I think honestly, the way I see this sealed gonna go, it's gonna be fun. Again, you're gonna get get that one guy that's gonna get the ultra chase, or the one guy that's gonna get the chase and super rare. But above all, I mean, it seems like a balanced format for.
I think there's going to be a lot of theme teams, like Scott Porter said on his. There's going to be almost every piece has like 4 or 5 different keywords. So
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a lot of theme teams in the field this year. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, what is your thoughts though about like so many Avengers sets? I mean, are you a DC guy or a Marvel guy overall? Because a lot of people complain that like there's not enough DC in HeroClix, or I hear that. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral, but I'm more of a Marvel guy myself anyway. But I mean, like, what is your opinion?
Well, for me, I love DC. I love DC because I'm a huge Flash and Batman person. I've always been like that for over 30 some odd years. I've loved those sets, but in the HeroClix format, I'm where you are in a sense, where I'm neutral. I'm back and forth. The DC figures that did come out onto it, there has been a lot of negative to it than positive. But when you get a lot of Marvel, there's a lot of positive to more to less negative. So I'm a little back and forth on it because the last best set that DC has ever come out with in HeroClix, and someone can actually say something different. But for me, it's 100% World's Finest. Nothing can compare to World's Finest for me. World's Finest and War of Light.
Okay.
Those two sets are amazing from DC. Now, I would love for them to bring back a War of Light type of HeroClix, but as far as right now goes, Marvel is amazing. I do like how the community is going right now. I do like how HeroClix is going. Their stages, so it's just you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Rebirth was good though. I really liked Rebirth. A lot of people, weren't sure about how the power ability of Rebirth, but I thought it was a really good set. They had good pieces. Even BTAS, Batman the Animated Series, I thought that was a good set too. That was a fun set. The Trouble Alerts were fun pieces, but even like the pieces within the set, other than the chases, they were good.
Mhm.
So I thought they've been doing a good job with the DC sets. I know they're coming out with what's the next DC set that's coming out? Uh,
That one's is it Justice League? No,
yeah. So
Justice League, right?
yeah, I think I think I'm excited for that set. I'm also really excited for. I mean, veering off from DC a little bit, but still, I mean, I think everybody's excited for Fantastic Four. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, like, what do you think about Fantastic Four? Like, what are you expecting out of that set?
Um, I have a lot of high expectation on that set, but the one thing I do want to see, it's probably not going to be seen as much, but is colored bases. The gray, like that. I love the gray bases that they had for Fantastic because it was more unique. It was actually cool to see. You get the silver, was a Silver Surfer with the red sash. You get Doom. You get Fantastic Fours. I mean, for me, I would love to just see Fantastic 100%. Power abilities. I mean, you get plasticity. I would love to see Human Torch with a hypersonic type ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot for me. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. I don't know how WizKids actually is going to have with this set, but I have a lot of high hopes on this set.
Yeah, I'd like to see like a Human Torch with like I don't know, like hypersonic, and then after he uses it, he may use poison or something like that,
Yeah,
or like poison, penetrating poison or something like that. Like, you know, after he
yeah,
moves, like you can move him and then poison somebody. That would be a cool interaction. Or I'd like to see, obviously, yeah, obviously Mr. Fantastic with like Reed Richards with like you know, like the old one with the double perplex or the double outwit or something like that. You
yeah.
know, or with plasticity, obviously, or with giant reach, something with giant reach.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
um, you know, I'd like to see. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm a big Doctor Doom fan too, so I like to see a really good Doctor Doom. I think they previewed that somewhere though. I think somebody previewed a
Doom.
Doctor Doom. Yeah, I don't know.
The one thing I do want to see is how they did with Scorpion, where he gets to ignore blocking terrain like for his giant reach. That'd be something pretty cool for Reed Richards because he gets to go around the walls. Um, Bringing back clicks effects, I saw that with
Mm,
the Ghost Rider. That was pretty cool to see. Exactly what you said. If For me, it's give the Human Torch a fire marker. So now, if you hit someone, you put
yeah,
the fire marker on them.
that's a good idea.
Every turn they have to do one penetrating damage for that fire marker until they clear action tokens or they go into water terrain.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. That was similar to that Namor that came out that had that, right? I think there was a
Yep.
Namor that
There
had
was a
that.
name. There was a another figure, Sunfire Chase had it as well.
Hmm.
That was pretty. That was for me. That's cool. And then you have the thing. You can actually have him ignore blocking terrain. Then you have Miss Reed. You have her Invisible Woman. You get to let's say they actually use the same marker that they use for Green Lantern for the barrier, but you put it clear.
Hmm.
So it's more like she gets to place that wherever she needs to, and line of fire is blocked from wherever she points it to.
Yeah,
That'd be something pretty
or
cool.
give her like a clicks FX that makes somebody immobile or something like that,
Ooh,
right?
I like that. Yeah. If she hits if a friendly character that's adjacent to her hits with an attack, you get to place that marker on them and they become immobile.
Yeah, like give her
That'd
like
be pretty cool.
in cap, and if she hits with in cap, makes them immobile or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
but
It's gonna be nice.
um yeah, I think so David, I just wanted to say I think we've been going for a little bit, so I think it's time to finish up, and
Hmm.
thank you for coming on the show. Uh, um, I wish you luck out there at Majestics in California. All right, where's it? Santa Ana, California. Um,
Yeah, Santa,
um,
yeah.
and thank you for talking with us on Coffee and Clicks. If you like our channel, if you like our content, everybody just don't forget to subscribe and hit the like notification, hit the like button and the bell button to receive notifications. And thanks a lot. And wake up and smell the clicks.